There is something terrifying about watching Juliet Nichols become unsure of her own mind. Not because she is weak, because we know she is not. This is the same Juliet who survived being sent outside. This is the same Juliet who refused to accept every official lie she was given. This is the same woman who crossed into another silo, saw things nobody in Silo 18 was supposed to know about, and came back carrying truths dangerous enough to shake the entire system. So when the season 3 premiere opens with Juliet alive but mentally trapped, the show is not just giving us another mystery. It is putting its strongest character in the one kind of prison she cannot simply fight her way out of, her own memory. Before we get into who might have sent the secret message in Juliet's chowder, let's quickly recap what this episode is really about. Juliet is back in Silo 18, but she is not fully herself. She has missing memories, she is being watched, she is being controlled. Camille keeps feeding her a clean, convenient story about what happened after she went outside. According to Camille, Juliet left the silo, reached the refuge hut, recovered there, and eventually returned. To make the lie feel stronger, Camille even shows her what appears to be suit cam footage proving that version of events. But Juliet's mind keeps pushing back. She remembers flashes that do not fit. She has the feeling that she went somewhere else. She suspects she saw more than Camille is telling her. And that is exactly why the final note in the chowder matters so much. The note hidden in her food says, "Want to know the truth? Leave your bowl upside down. Go to the marketplace, burn this." That message may look small, but in Silo, small messages are never small. A note like that means someone knows Juliet is being lied to. It means someone knows she is not free, even if she is not behind bars. It means there is still a hidden network inside Silo 18 trying to reach her. And most importantly, it means someone believes the real Juliet Nichols is still there, underneath the drugs, the confusion, and Camille's careful manipulation. The biggest question is obvious. Who sent the message? The safest answer is that we do not know yet. The show has not confirmed it. But if we're looking at motive, method, and emotional connection, my strongest theory is Martha Walker. Martha fits this mystery better than anyone else because she understands Juliet in a way most people do not. She knows Juliet is not someone you can simply command. You cannot sit her down and say, "Here is the truth, believe me." Juliet has to discover things for herself. She has to test the lie, touch the machinery, follow the trail, and break the system open with her own hands. The chowder message feels designed for that exact kind of person. Martha also has history on her side. In season 1, she was already connected to secret communication around Juliet. She knew how to help from the shadows. She knew how to move information without making too much noise. That is why this note feels like her kind of move. It's direct, but not careless. It gives Juliet a choice instead of forcing one on her. It does not overload her with information. It simply asks, "Do you want to know the truth?" That is exactly the kind of question that would cut through the fog in Juliet's mind. Because even when Juliet doesn't remember everything, she still knows when something feels wrong. Now, could Martha have done this alone? Probably not, and that is where the theory becomes more interesting. A note hidden in chowder means someone had access to Juliet's food before it reached her. That points to a larger network. Martha may be the brain behind the message, but someone in supply, mechanical, the kitchens, or the food delivery chain may have helped make it happen. In Silo, logistics matter. Food moves through people. Workers touch everything before the powerful ever see it. So if the down deep still has loyal people spread through the system, hiding one capsule inside Juliet's meal is very believable. Martha probably sent it, or at least helped organize it, with assistance from people inside the Silo's working-class network. It also fits the politics of Silo 18. Juliet is not just Juliet anymore. To the people in mechanical and the down deep, she has become proof that the authorities can be challenged. She went outside and came back. She survived the thing everyone was taught to fear. Her memory is not just personal anymore. Her memory is political. That is also why Lukas Kyle remains an interesting possibility, but I would treat him as a secondary suspect, not the main one. Lukas has knowledge. He understands dangerous pieces of the puzzle. He knows about secrets connected to the safeguard and the wider truth behind the silos. If he is in a position to act, then yes, he would have a very good reason to reach out to Juliet. He would understand that she needs to remember what happened before the system fully rewrites her. But the method of the message feels less like Lukas and more like someone with access to the daily life of the silo. Lukas may be connected to the bigger mystery, but Martha feels closer to this specific move. The marketplace instruction is especially important. If the sender only wanted to warn Juliet about the vitamins, the note could have simply said, "Do not take the pills." But it doesn't say that. It tells her to go somewhere. That means the truth is not just written on the note. The note is only the first step. Someone may be waiting for her, something may be hidden there, or the marketplace may be the safest place to make contact because it's crowded, noisy, and full of ordinary movement. In a heavily watched silo, public spaces can actually become useful hiding places because everyone is doing something at once. The upside-down bowl is another smart detail. It gives Juliet a way to answer without speaking. If she leaves the bowl normally, the sender knows she is not ready, or maybe that she didn't trust the message. But if she turns it upside down, she is quietly saying, "I read it, I understand, I am willing to follow." That tiny gesture becomes Juliet's first real act of resistance in the premiere. She may not have her full memory yet, but she is already making a choice against the version of reality Camille is trying to force onto her. And Camille is the key to understanding why the message is so urgent. Camille is not simply taking care of Juliet, she is managing her. That is what makes her so unsettling. She doesn't threaten Juliet openly. She does something much colder. She calmly rewrites the truth while pretending it's care. Every time Juliet questions the story, Camille brings out another soft answer, another piece of proof, another reminder that Juliet should trust what she is being told. It's gaslighting dressed up as medical concern. The most disturbing moment comes when Camille checks in with the algorithm. That scene tells us everything. Camille is not acting alone. She is part of a system that is actively monitoring Juliet's mind. The algorithm is worried that Juliet's real memories are resurfacing, so Camille is told to increase the dosage of whatever is in those so-called vitamins. That means the vitamins are probably not innocent medicine. They are a tool of control. They are being used to blur Juliet's memory, keep her manageable, and prevent her from becoming dangerous again. That detail makes the message even more powerful. When the note says, "Want to know the truth may not just mean, "Here is what really happened outside." It may first mean, "You are being drugged." Because before Juliet can remember the other silo, before she can remember the safeguard, before she can understand what Camille and the algorithm are hiding from her, she needs to stop letting them control her mind. If Martha sent the message, she may not be trying to explain everything immediately. She may simply be trying to get Juliet to the point where she can remember everything on her own. That is the smartest way to help Juliet. Let her meet someone who can prove that her instincts are right. Once Juliet believes something is wrong, the old Juliet will start coming back. This also connects to what is happening with Sims and Bernard. Bernard's real death being covered up proves that Silo 18 is still being held together by lies. Even after everything that happened, the people at the top are still trying to control the story. They know that if the truth spreads too quickly, the whole structure could collapse, so they hide Bernard's death. They manipulate Juliet's memories. They use Camille to keep her calm. They use the algorithm to decide how much truth people are allowed to have. It's all the same pattern. Control the story and you control the silo. That is why the chowder note may be the most important moment of the premiere. It's not just a clue, it's the first crack in the new lie. So my final theory is this. Martha Walker is the strongest suspect, but she probably didn't act alone. Someone in the down deep, supply, or the food chain likely helped get that message into Juliet's bowl. Lukas Kyle could still be involved from the larger mystery side, especially if the show wants to surprise us. But emotionally and practically, Martha makes the most sense. She has the bond with Juliet, she has the history of secret communication, and she knows that Juliet doesn't need to be rescued like a helpless victim. She only needs one thing, a reason to start questioning the lie again. And once Juliet starts questioning, the system is in trouble, because the real Juliet Nichols does not stay buried for long. She digs, she breaks rules, she follows the clue everyone else is too scared to touch. And if that note in the chowder is the first step towards her remembering who she really is, then Camille, Sims, and the algorithm may have just made one huge mistake. They didn't destroy Juliet, they only delayed her. And now, someone in Silo 18 has started waking her up.